Okay, everybody. So moving on in the Haggadah, today's going to be a brief share. We're going to skip a couple of paragraphs and go to the paragraph song of Vihisha Amda. Vihisha Amda la v'yiseinu v'lanu. We lift up the becher, we hold up the kais of wine, and we say Vihisha Amda la v'yiseinu v'lanu. And it is what stood for our fathers and for us. In every generation, the Goyim stand up against us to try to destroy us. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Hashem saves us from their hands. First off, we have to know, what does the word Vihi mean? Vihi and it. So, Al Derech Drash, my wife's grandfather always said, Vihi, we're holding up the cup of wine. And we're saying that the cup of wine which we're holding is Sha'am Delav Yiseinu V'lanu. A non-Jew is holding a cup of wine. He doesn't hold it for too long before he drinks it. But we were able to hold off and not drink it right away because it's a kaishal mitzvah and we're waiting until the appropriate time to drink it. That midah that we're able to wait, and we know that it's not just all about instantaneous gratification, and that we're able to wait. We know that there's a better future. We know that there's another world. That's what's amda lavi seinu v'lanu. But as at that drash, Pashta says, we'll just say, the Rishonim learned Vihi is going back on that we mentioned previously in the previous paragraph, the Bris Bein Absarim, the promise that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave to Avraham Avinu, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will never leave us and He will eventually redeem us, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu will always be by our side, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will watch over us. That is what stands for us. Now we say, every generation they stand up against us. One would ask, why are we mentioning this on Pesach? Maybe this is something for Tisha B'Av. On Tisha B'Av we talk about that every generation the Goyim stand up against us. Why on Pesach night, Zman HaGula, are we talking about all of the tsaras that Klal Yisrael had? True, HaKadosh Baruch Hu Matzileinu Miyadam, but why do we even have to bring it up? So I saw a pshat as follows. What we're trying to say, we're giving over the message that we're reinforcing, we are the chosen people. We are unique. We're not just another nation. We're not just another nation. And that is evidenced by the fact that the Goyim are always starting up against us. Why are they always up against us? Because there's something that we have. They know, even if they don't know what it is, they sense it, that there's something about us that we have, that they want, that they can't stand that we have it. And that's why, totally out of any logical reasoning, the Jews have always been picked on. And totally out of any logical reasoning, the Jews are still here. Mark Twain wrote the famous essay about the miracle of the Jews, how there's no other nation without a homeland wandering that's still around and thriving after thousands of years. According to all scientific theories, the Jews should be long gone. And according to all scientific theories, there's no reason why everybody's always starting up with us. What do they care about us? What do we have? Why are they always up against us? All through the generations, they've always been out to get us. And the answer is because we're giving over to our children and to ourselves, that we were chosen as a nation by Yitzias Mitzrayim. Hashem chose as a nation. Hashem gave us the Torah. We have something, and that's why they're always starting to get up against us. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu chose as a nation. HaKadosh Baruch Hu Matzileinu Miyadam. In every generation, HaKadosh Baruch Hu has and will save us until the time of the Geula, which is going to be very, very near, where not only will we know it, but the entire world will see the glory of Hashem and understand why He chose us as His special nation.